Compared to the last two episodes of this series, I have to say I'm okay with this one. I really am. Because the last two, like I said, the bunny arc, the racing labyrinth, those two were completely rushed. But this one, I'm okay with. Yes, I know they skip some interactions when they're at inside towns or inside of an inn and stuff. Hajime and his two girls just hanging out. They miss some funny, hilarious interactions and stuff like that. But in other conversations, but I'm guessing they're just cutting off the things they seem unnecessary. Which, okay, fine. When you are trying to get to a point, you gotta get to the point. But this one at least felt at least well done. At least that's all I gotta say about that. It's because it didn't feel like it was all over the place this time. Let's face it. The other two episodes, they're all over the place. It was from point A to point D, and they just skipped freaking B and C. This one, however, nice and well paced. One thing I will complain about is the beginning. Is they just out of nowhere just end up in this guy's office, and we don't know who he is and what he's about until he says something. So they could have done better with that, but whatever. So Hajime and the gang are on a quest to find this count's son named Will, who has been lost inside the mountains. So they go off near a place called Yor, and it has rice because we're in another world. Not a lot of people eat rice. I don't know. They're in times of Northern Europe. They don't have rice because for some reason, isekais always have to be about Northern Europe all the time. Old medieval Northern Europe. I know what's up with isekais. I would like to see them do other things in isekai for once in a while. That would be cool. But we gotta get what we got. So as they were there, they run into a very, very familiar face. Some of Hajime's classmates, the ones that I really don't care about, but he also runs into the teacher. Now, the thing about this anime once again fails to do is to do good character introduction, and that is with the teacher. Now, if you don't know about the teacher, the way she looks like, she's so small and everything, believe it or not, in Japan, there are adults who are that size in Japan. So a lot of people say they don't like it when they do some adults and they look like kids and stuff. No, I kid you not. I've seen some Asians working in some stores that were around that size. I kid you not. It is real. It's not a fake thing. It's real. And I guess those people are sometimes made fun of or looked down upon, despite how hard they work to get where they're at. And that's just the plain truth. Now, the thing they didn't talk about the teacher is when they got into that world, her and Hajime were the only two who didn't have combat abilities like everybody else did. While Hajime, which they completely failed to do in the show, is explain what Hajime went through when he first got to his world. While everyone else got combat abilities, Hajime didn't. He only got transmute, and while the teacher had farming abilities. But even though they were both non-combat abilities, the teacher was very valuable because she had farming. Farming is extremely important, especially during that time period in Europe, where it was really hard to do a good harvest. So if you have that ability to make things grow and stuff like that, you're a very valuable asset. So of course they took her off and she went somewhere to, help out. They didn't explain that at all. It shows how she had a high position without having combat ability. Just because you don't have a combat ability doesn't mean you're not valuable. Farming is very important to someone's economic status. It's hard to get those two confused. Economic. Now, with them running into each other, Hajime, of course, tried to play it cool. In a way, he didn't want to be bothered, but he already gave up his identity by calling her sensei and acknowledging her. So there was no point in that. But he was acting a bit cold-hearted. Cold-hearted Hajime is that he just don't be bothered anymore. Because, once again, they do this show right. In the beginning, they showed Hajime being treated like crap by everybody. And I don't think the teacher really did much to really help out. Be honest with you, no one really had high respect for the teacher because her size, and she didn't really act that incapable of being a good teacher in a way. So that was her personality in a way, and because of that, no one took her seriously. But now in this world, she's trying to become a better teacher than she failed to be in Japan. And of course, we also find out about the regular Beastkin, how Beastkin are seen as lesser beings, so they can't use mana. So because of that, you see Shia being discriminated on. Racism's everywhere, people. You can't get rid of it, unfortunately. It's just gonna happen. It's gonna be a part of life. And a lot of people will say, well, that's negative thinking. True, but negativity exists in this world when it's positivity. And of course, Hajime, being the tsundere to Shia he is, he defended her by shooting the dude. Like, the dude could just mind his own business, man. Like, this is a talk between student and teacher, and this dude comes out of nowhere, like, telling him to demand respect. And Hajime, like, ignore me. Just goes off somewhere. Mind your own manners. Don't butt into people's conversations like that. But of course, this guy's been on his high horse far too long in his own life. As you can clearly tell, the way his hair is, his armor. You can tell this dude, no one really talks down this dude that much. So it took someone like Hajime to knock him down a peg. Now, finally, when things calmed down, he went and finally told the teacher about what's really going on in the world. The secrets of the labyrinths and the history of the world. How the demons and humans were fighting each other. The demons had their god, and the humans had their god, and the Beastkin were just in the middle of it, when you could say that. And unfortunately, some people from the human side discovered that the entire war was just a game. It wasn't a real war. They were being tricked full just to entertain the gods. And these people couldn't stand that. So they band together to tell everyone what happened, and it became known as the Liberators, a group of people who wanted to take down the gods and their tyranny of treating everyone like pawns. However, certain events happened where it was too late. The gods, framing Liberators as mavericks, and people turned against them and start trying to kill them, and while the others fled and created their own labyrinths in the hopes that someday someone will come down there to be proven strong enough and worthy to gain their secrets and knowledge to one day tear down the gods. And that person was Hajime, by coincidences. However, could it be coincidence? Or probably it was fate. Destiny, you could say. It seems like that way, but Hajime said he has no interest in this world and just wants to get back home. With that being said, we all know how Hajime acts. He'll act like he doesn't want to help no one or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure by when all is said and done, he's going to help out this world one way or another. The thing I want to know is whether or not is he really want to go back home. Who knows how long time has passed from that world and the other, and plus, things probably dramatically change. If he does go home, will he really have a home to return to? He's a completely different person. He's now more responsible. He doesn't act like a kid anymore. So if he does return to Earth, where's he going to go? People are going to accept him. He's a dude with white hair, eye patch, mechanical arm, which there are soldiers like that too in our world, sure. But he has magic now, and of course he's planning to bring Yui along, and Chie, and probably some others too. Will he really fit in that world? Will that world accept him again? I don't know. These are just my thoughts and feelings on the matter and everything. I think Hajime is thinking about these things, but he's trying not to think about them too hard, because him going back home was that main focal point that he had to survive in that labyrinth. Because of that, he doesn't want to let it go, even if it does seem kind of unreasonable in a way, which I do understand. So now they're on their way to the mountains to rescue the Count's son, Will, and also help out the teacher on their quest to liberate the monsters, who are also roaming the mountains as well. And that's how it ends. I enjoyed this episode. I really did. It wasn't that bad compared to the last two. I feel like things are now going to be well paced from here on out. And we got some time before the show ends, and we'll see what happens from there. But I hope we don't get too many rush episodes like we did last time. I feel like the last two episodes were rushed, because I'm guessing Because believe it or not, this is how sometimes these companies go sometimes when it comes to adapting shows from books. Is sometimes the creator of the source material will come in and they'll tell them what they would like to do the show. And then the animators, the drafters, will also tell how they like to do the show. And they'll try to find some common ground, or sometimes the drafters will completely take over the project, even without the regards of the creator's inputs. These things happen. Look what happened to Tokyo Ghoul, Route A. Now, it could be possible in this conversation that they had is that they felt like the bunny arc and the racing arc could be rushed in one episode, so that they get to more further things, so they have this stopping point by the time they reach episode 13. So that was what probably happened in a way. The problem with this is that they gave this to the wrong team, is what really happened, which is very weird, because sometimes the really popular novels, most of the times we get better studios to work on their projects, which I've heard Arifureta is very popular in Japan. So the fact that it got a low budget studio was very surprising. Let's face it, no one really heard from the studio since, or even cared about what they made since Corpse Party Tortured Souls, and that was some years ago. Ever since then, I haven't heard them do anything big since then. Let's face it, their biggest project the studio ever done was Future Diary, and even though that itself was good as an edgy teenager when I saw it, it wasn't really all that, in my opinion. It was good as entertainment-wise, but it was meh. Now, if this was given to a better studio, say just White Fox took over it, it would probably gotten 24 episodes, and it would worked on that, or 26, and it would probably been better paced, and will have more extended time to flesh out the characters, and have better animation scenes. It also have CGI here and there probably, but it would probably been better with it. But it's over now, man. You can't drink no more. So anyway, that's all I got for this review. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoyed our Arifureta today. I also hope you guys had a great Labor Day. It's one reason why I'm just now reviewing this episode today, because I was very busy on Labor Day. You know, when you're hosting a party, you have no time to yourself. You gotta make sure everything's ready, prepared, fresh, all that stuff. You're walking back and forth from the house to the pool, serving out the food, make sure you have all the utensils and the grill size, not to work on the very last moment. So, that was my day. I hope you guys had a good Labor Day yourselves, and like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon to get notified every time I upload. This has been Madcrownxox on Anime, signing out.